Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Chodesh. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiam and Akwath. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Just want to get into a very brief live stream before the plantation in regards to a 4-minute clip that the beloved brother Aishayar out of Charlotte had put up yesterday, which it's going into that patent in reference to the to the M.O.T.B. And it was a reminder, because it's of March of the 2020, so we're fully aware of it. But, I'm saying not to say this, the M.O.T.B., Revelations 13 and 16, is one of the most, if not the most important prophecy, okay? That's to come to pass in these latter days, man. Okay, because what that ultimately is going to signify is the end of Esau. Upon him mandating that microchip, that marks the end for him. Okay, that's going to bring everything together. That's going to usher in the Third World War. All right, and that's ultimately going to be the catalyst to wrapping up Esau's rulership. You see, so we're hastening the day he mandates this to see Hitman. But understand what it comes with, though. Understand what it comes with. It comes with what? Possibilities of you being incarcerated. All right, possibilities of you being put to death, man. This is the reality of what comes with that M.O.T.B. And Yahweh Shai let us know. He left no stone unturned. As a matter of fact, bear with me, Aki. I'm gonna turn my car around. Because I just noticed, been there, done that, the phone's in the sun. So I'm gonna try to turn around a bit. Let me see if I can turn around the other way. Because you already know the phone's gonna overheat and we're gonna play that game, so bear with me. We're gonna play that game. So that should work right there. Shut this down. Let me check this audio. Salakia for that. Make sure this audio is good still. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're still in the game. All right, but yeah, as I was saying, man, with this M.O.T.B., with the mandating of this M.O.T.B., what this is gonna bring is, again, incarceration. Possible incarceration, death. Our spirits have to be prepared, to go through with the mission. And those of the elect will be more than ready for it. Because ultimately, as it tells us in, I want to say that's Wisdom of Solomon. Is that Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter? Those that put their trust in the Lord are going to understand the truth, man. Ultimately, matter of fact, let's just get that. Ultimately, they're going to understand. You see? So it's going to be a, bear with me. I believe that's Wisdom of Solomon. The 3rd chapter or the 5th chapter? Let me just find out. I want to say it's the 3rd chapter, 3 and 9. Yeah, there it goes. The Book of Wisdom. Real quick, we'll open up with this. The Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 9, and it reads, "They that put their trust in him," okay, ultimately in who? In Yahweh Shai. As it tells us in Isaiah, or Psalms rather, Psalms the 2nd chapter, kiss the Son, okay? Kiss the Son, which means show him reverence, man. lest he be angry. Who? Yahweh. Okay, Yahweh gave all power to his son, man, over heaven and earth. You see? And Yahweh shines that day star. All right, that's going to arise in the hearts of the elect in these latter days, as it tells us in 2 Peter, the first chapter. As a matter of fact, I might grab that too. Right? Continuing on, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9, and it reads, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, okay, which is going to come in the form of the true doctrine, okay, the true gospel, that one true gospel. Not multiple. There's only one truth. There's only one faith, pursuant to Ephesians, the 4th chapter, and the elect got it. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. All right, which that doctrine, the true doctrine, is going to act as a preserver to those of the elect. You see? And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints, which are Israelites. Okay, Psalms 50. And he have care for his elect, okay, which is ultimately the elect within the elect, pursuant to Galatians 6 and 16. Let me get one more. 2 Peter came to mind, because 2 Peter 1 hits 2, because it talks to this more sure word of prophecy. The book of 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 19, it reads, and well, I'm going to get this clip real quick from the brother Aishayah, right? 2 Peter 1 and 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, okay? Whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, man. So it will behoove you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there, you know, that are teetering and tottering the fence. You know, you got one foot in and one foot out. Okay, you find yourself in the background listening to the lessons. Okay, you keep avoiding camps in your area. You know, but here it is. You say you believe in the Bible, you believe in the Lord, but you're not fully invested though. You see, it will behoove you to take heed. Hearken to those men that look just like you. All right, that may not look the part, but their words that they're speaking, their doctrine is cohesive with the will of the Lord. It will behoove you to hearken. Look, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed. You see, because if you take heed, understand that you being covered by the true understanding, okay, it's going to ultimately grant you access to the hope. Okay, you being saved, man. You being delivered, even through death. You see, because what has to be understood, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to put a heavy spirit on those that he's dealing with, no matter what situation they end up in. It doesn't matter what situation we end up in, the Lord's going to be dealing. You see? He's going to put a resilient spirit on those of the elect, from those that have to be in the wilderness, okay, and strive for the truth until death, to those that are going to actually have to go through that Revelations 20 and 4 process, man. The Lord's going to be dealing, okay? You want that comfort? You want that divine intervention on your part? Hey, take heed to the doctrine, man. Okay? Put on men for the elect. Sacrifice for the Lord, man. Show him that you love him and believe. Don't just be a hearer of the word, but be a doer also, right? Otherwise, you're deceiving yourself, as it's written, right? Look it. As unto a light that shineth in a dark place, right? And this truth is a light that's shining in a dark place, which is this valley, the valley of the shadow of death, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, aka America. Right, look, until the day dawn and the day star, which is Yahweh Shai, arise in your minds. Right, this word heart here in the Hebrews lab, which is your mind. You see, Yahweh Shai has come, he has knocked on our door. Okay, and we've opened it up through the spirit and power and mercy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and now he's supping with us, man. And now we qualify to hope for that salvation that's going to come with the tribulation that's coming. Okay? Now, real quick, the reality of what's coming. Let's get this clip real quick. It's a quick clip. Bear with me.
This information on.
Let me see here. I'll actually play it this way. No matter if I gotta play it this way.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a Trumpet for My People. I want to share a piece of information that was sent to me this afternoon, passing this information on so everybody knows what is happening. Microsoft patent 060606, body interfaced digital currency. This is an actual patent. This actual patent is in the link. It is real. Here is the link. I will leave the information for you to this article, the link to the patent. Unbelievable, in-your-face evil, reality here now. Microsoft patent 060606, body interface digital currency, mark of the beast. The full patent ID is W02020060606. Microsoft 3/26/2020, in conjunction with their public ad featuring infamous Satanist Marina Abramovich. Human body activity associated with a task provided to a user may be used in a mining process of a cryptocurrency system. A server may provide a task to a device of a user which is communicatively coupled to the server. A sensor communicatively coupled to or comprised in the device of the user may sense body activity of the user. Body activity data may be generated based on the sensed body activity of the user. The cryptocurrency system, communicatively coupled to the device of the user, may verify if the body activity data satisfies one or more conditions set by the cryptocurrency system, and award cryptocurrency to the user whose body activity data is verified. Monitors thoughts, energy, actions, feelings, body movements, cannot buy, sell, travel, work, or exist without it implanted in the human body. Now let's check out this link that was also sent. Okay, I opened up the link with the article, which I will include for you, the article and the link to this that is written inside of the article, W02020060606, patent for cryptocurrency system using body activity data. Here is the information, how it works. This was published on March 26, 2020. Applicants, Microsoft Technology Licensing. Patent number 666, cryptocurrency system using body activity data. I just wanted to pass this information on, make sure everybody knows where this is all headed.
Right. Yeah, and it's all cohesive with prophecy, and we're going to show you that. Right, that 666, that Chi, Psi, stigma, right? Which is the number of a man, which is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. All right? Now let's go to that prophecy real quick now. You know, what these, false, self-proclaimed Israelite leaders fail to acknowledge is that this mark of the beast is tied in with the monetary system. You see, this is the way they're gonna establish their economics in the government that they're trying to create to come, in the world to come. You see, it's gonna be a technocracy. This is what Esau wants to bring forth. This is what his new world looks like. Okay, you having his technology in you, which goes back to what you worshiping him ultimately. Showing that that's a badge of reverence. This chip is an idol. Okay? It's an idol. And guess what? There's no repenting from it. You can't, when you get, if you get this thing, there's no turning back. There's no repenting for it. You made your choice. The deal is sealed. Lock, stock, and barrel. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. And this is why we're warning you, Jake, man, of this thing. Because this is the reality, man. This is what's coming down the pipe. All right, and there's going to be a lot of individuals that were coming up against it, that were trying to disregard the reality of it and try to manifest some other form of understanding regarding it. You're going to find yourself all jammed up when you get that message across your phone. Your bank's wiped out. You know what I mean? You need to, if you want to establish your funds, you got to go into the nearest clinic. The devices are readily available. All right, for you to have full access to your funds again. You just have to, go ahead and, let them run through you. You're going to be feeling real crazy then. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, and I'm speaking as a man regarding how it's going to play out. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, it reads, and he causeth all, who's he? Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man in the form of the global elite. They're the ones running this show through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? That's he that causeth all. It's him. Evil E, in the form of Amalek. Right? These international banking families, man. Look at both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, everybody. Okay? Look at to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. All right, this mark is going into charagma. All right, we'll just get it real quick. We'll go through the process real quick. Again, you Aki Aminakwaf are fully aware there being breakdowns on this, but for the sake of time, we'll just get into it briefly. It can be explained, but through the spirit, Revelations 13. New listeners coming in every day. When you get this word, mark, this is in the Greek.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Right, charagma, right? Under biblical usage, right? A stamp and imprinted mark. Okay, for something that's imprinted, it has to be under the skin. This thing's gonna be subdermal. Okay? Sub meaning under, dermal meaning skin, dermatology. It's going in your body. All right? Look at, of the mark stamped on the forehead of the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Mashiach. There's many anti-Mashiach. Okay? As it tells us in, what's that? Is that 1 Peter, if I'm not mistaken? There's many anti-Mashiach. You see? If you deny the truth, you are anti-Mashiach. All right? And as you can see, look around you. Everybody at your job is anti-Mashiach. Yeah, they can say they believe in who they intimately call God and Jesus Christ. They believe in the Bible, right? But guess what? They're sincerely wrong, and they err in the spirit. You see, they're not believing in the true power of heaven and earth. Okay? Because how do we know that? When you bring forth information regarding the Bible, read it right from the script and see if they believe it. You see, there's going to be a talking point in the Bible somewhere along the line that they're going to say they don't agree with. Why? Because they're anti-Mashiach. Let's continue on. Look at the mark branded upon horses, which shows what? Ownership, right? Look at thin carved sculpture, graven work. And again, anything carved, you got to go under the skin with it. Damn demon, man. Look at right here. Of idolatrous images, man. So this thing's an idol. All right, and when you allow this demon, all right, to put this thing in you, you're pretty much bowing to this dude, Esau. You're reverencing evil E as your God. All right, and hey, the first commandment is to put no power over Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is punishable. Idol worship is punishable. There's a word for it, but it's punishable by death. It's a capital offense. There it goes. Which is punishable by deletion, man. You see? Let's go. Under definitions, scratch or etching. Look at badge of servitude, man. Okay? Badge of servitude. And this is talking to what? That device the size of a grain of rice. This is what the charagma is talking to. Now, when you go into the root word, you have this word charagma.
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
Forgive me. I had my mind was still on charagma. So charax, right, is this will be likened unto the delivery system, as we're going to show you here. Biblical usage, pale, right? Stake, you see, stake, pointy, right? Palisade. Okay, a palisade. Now, if you look up a palisade fence, it's going to be a fence with a taper at the tip of it that looks almost identical to a syringe. You see the thumbnail I use? You see that needle? That's the charax. Okay, that's the charagma and the charax side by side. Okay, and you got the coin up top because that's talking to the monetary system. This thing's going to be directly linked to, right? CBDC or what have you, right? Now, real quick. Now, I want to go back because I want to read down. In Revelations 13 and 16. So Revelations 13 and 16 again. I'll read 16 again and continue through it. Right? And he causeth all, right now we know who that he is, evil E. Right? Job 9 and 24. The wicked has been given into the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. All right, which is Esau, the self-proclaimed white man. Right? Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So everybody's gonna be caused to get this thing. Look at to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and it's in either hand. When you go into the next chapter, it doesn't reference the right hand, it just says in the hand. In actuality, you can get it anywhere in your body. All right, there's no M.O.T.B in the prophecy, man. If you get this thing in efforts to thrive in this beast system that this nigga's erecting, you out of there. Okay, it doesn't matter where you get it, Jake. You know, because you know Jake wants to come with that M.O.T.B spirit. You know, hey, and in their forehead, it's talking to that Neuralink. It's all on the scene. This prophecy's on the scene. Yeah, Elon Musk's Neuralink and these other companies that are pushing a form of Neuralink as well. That's the mark of the beast. Okay, he's performing miracles with this thing, man. And he's gonna take it to the point where he's gonna tell you, you can be immortal with it, because he's gonna link you with the machine. Now your conscience can be preserved. This nigga's gonna take it there. Look, continuing on. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. This is self-explanatory. You can't buy or sell unless you have the mark. Meaning what? It's part of the monetary system. Okay, this is gonna be the new form of economics. It's gonna be global. It's gonna be a global stance. You see? Look. Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, and the name of the number go hand in hand. Okay? Because ultimately, on this device, there's something called the universal product code, which within it, you're gonna have what? 666. Okay, which we're gonna touch on right now. Verse 18. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now let's get this in the blue letter real quick.
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Xi, stigma. Chi, Xi, stigma.
Right. Now, I want to get the root word. Let's get stigma. Bear with me.
Strong's G 4742. Stigma.
Now, real quick, under biblical usage, this is what it's talking to. Look at a mark pricked in or branded upon the body, man. Let's read it again. A mark pricked in or branded upon the body. Okay? In this case, it's going to be N. Okay? As again, it's going to be subdermal. Look at, to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And they did this during the Greek Empire, and they also did it during the Romans. Okay, that's why you have Greek fraternities, and you see what them niggas be doing. Okay, them niggas be badging their skin. They be melting their skin down with that badge of their fraternity, man. Okay, these are the customs that were adopted in Esau's new world. Okay, because of the same people, these damn Edomites. Okay, but this is what this mark of the beast is likened unto. In this case, it's going to be in you. It's not going to be on you. That's more or less on you. That branding, you know, you be seeing these psycho ass niggas having. Right? Look. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. You see, this mark, this chip is linked to idolatry. This is why you're damned if you get it. And this is the warning that's going out to you, Jake. All right? It's time and time again. Okay, you're being warned. But of course, you're going to still have the majority of you go and take your ass down there because you don't have no faith and the Lord's not dealing with you, and you're going to get this thing. You see? But the ones that the Lord's dealing with, matter of fact, we could probably close out here if the Spirit allows. We'll see. The book of Revelations, chapter 3. You know, because you got people come up to the camp, and when you bring this information out to them, you ask them if they're going to take it, they tell you no. Not realizing it's not up to them. Hell, it's not up to us. We're hoping and praying that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai preserves us and guides us and guards us and puts that resilient spirit on us to resist. You see? Because as we're going to read here, without him, you will take it. You will take it. All right? It's not going to be no walk in the park. There's not going to be no cakewalk. You know? This is going to be a deadly serious time. Okay? Where you're going to be being ostracized out of society and ultimately hunted down, man, to be eliminated and taken out of the way, because you'll become dead weight. Okay, because you can't provide for this man's system if you ain't got that thing in you. This is the time we're coming in, man, and it's gonna be, hey, he's gonna have no mercy, man. You better believe it. Esau understands what's on the line. His survival is on the line, man. Him being able to continue to thrive and rule, okay, the earth with an iron fist. Him being in the position of sovereignty. This is what's on the line. In his mind, this must be executed by any means necessary. Anything in the way, make it even with the ground. This is how dudes moving. You know? So, hey, we got to be firm and stable and grounded and rooted in the Lord, man. Because we're going to have to go through some stuff, man. And may the Lord be with us, man. Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. How you keep the word of the Lord's patience? You strive for the truth until death, man, as it's written. You see, understand that the Lord's going to be with us every step of the way. And he's going to let you know he's with you. But if you get consumed by the flesh and you tap out and you faint, you ain't going to see the spiritual work that's being executed, man. This is why we have to exercise spirituality to the deepest extent now. Really have that intimate relationship with our power. You know, be spiritually visual. You know, really tap in now. And of course, we have our moments of downtime, but, you know, as far as the times that we're in, the prophecy manifesting, the way things are going, we got to be tuned in. Especially those of us that have been thrusted out into the front line. We have a job to complete. You see? We got to make sure we're tapped in. You know? The majority of your time, you shouldn't be scrolling on TikTok. You know, you're looking at folly for more. Nah, man, we're supposed to be tapping into the lessons that the brothers are getting into, man. And of course, again, we have our downtime. But if you sit there and measure what you're doing throughout the day, and you're watching a couple of lessons a day, but the majority of the time you're on TikTok, Instagram, and you ain't watching. You're not paying attention. Your focus is not really, you're not really dialed in. You see? We got to dial in, man. Scripture say, miss not the discourse of the elders, I believe. We're supposed to be tapping into the elders and apostles and the bishops' videos, man. You know, these are the men that the Lord sent. Listen to what the spirit of the church is saying, man. We have to pay attention. You got to pay attention. There's a lot of distractions out here, and it's witchcraft. It's Esau using witchcraft to get us up, to get us to come off our pivot. You know? It's Esau. Esau, hey, this nigga's cunning. He was the most cunning beast in the garden, in the field, right? Anyways, let's get this. Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, okay? Which is what? Gonna come in the form of this charagma being offered unto you. This idol being offered unto you, man. And some of us just might be idle when this idol's offered unto us. Meaning what? We might be in the detention center, incarcerated, or what have you. You know? Let's continue on. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. You see that? The Lord's going to keep those of the elect from the hour of temptation, man. Those that are delivered from this thing, one way, shape, form, or fashion, is going to be through the Lord Yahweh. This is red letter right here. He said, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, okay, to try them that dwell upon the earth. There's no flee to Africa doctrine. Okay? It doesn't matter where you go. This is a global stance they're making. All right? This is the Tower of Babel all over again. This is what's going down. But just like back in the days of old, when Yahweh Bashim Yahushai stopped the heathen then, he's going to stop the heathen now. So stay locked in, beloved Akiyam and Akwa. That's all I got. I got to run. I got to get to the plantation. I'm still a distance away. But it was on my spirit to pull over. I'm in a cut in a 7-Eleven parking lot. And you see the sign back there. Hey, it's all through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for allowing brothers to, be able to be involved in this great awakening, in this time of, his words in the form of prophecy coming true. This is a beautiful thing, man. And we're part of a beautiful process as we continue to embark on salvation, man. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for allowing us to be part of this, man. Okay? Because right now, in August 19th, and we can be in the spirit of anticipating Christmas, man. That's the majority of our people, man. They're thinking Christmas, man. They're like September, October, November, December. Whoa, it's almost Christmas, bro. You know what I mean? These niggas are excited about this. I'm still in the spirit. They're stuck in the matrix, man. We despise these niggas' feast days, man. We hate all these niggas we see in traffic. We can't wait for this place to be done. We're sick of looking at all these niggas, man. And we're just hastening the day, man. I'm gonna leave you with that, Akiyam and Akwaf. I'm gonna leave you with that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were spiritually fed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with that, I'm gonna say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Hey, Shalom.